Hey everybody, Boone here. I am going to open up a couple of Galidor figures. I've been wanting to play with these for 18 years. That's how old these figures are, and I got my hands on a couple of old ones with pretty ratty packages, so I feel good about opening up these boxes. Let's check them out! So here we have Nick Bluetooth. He's sort of like the main hero of the show. This is Allegra. It says on the package. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know what her last name is, if she has one. If Allegra has a last name and you know it, please put it in the comments of the video, and everyone will benefit from that. So here we see, this is the actor and the actress that played these characters in the short-lived TV series. And on the back you can kind of see like the pieces of the figures as well as like some of the other things that were offered in this line. And it shows, you know, the pieces are interchangeable. You can kind of transform these characters, and if you buy some of the different products, you can even like use the different pieces to transform them into other things. This one's really rad. I remember this one, the Nick Bluetooth, that has like the jet wings. They like match the wings that are on the side of the TDN module, although I think that they're not exactly the same. They're not actually interchangeable, but they look the same. They look like they're supposed to be the same thing. And then here we go. I don't know how to open these. They're sort of in interesting blister packs. We'll do Nick first, since he was kind of the main character of the show. I used to follow the guy, the actor who played Nick Bluetooth. Wow, these open really easily. This is cool. Cool. That opened so easily. I don't know if it's because it's like a really old package or if it's perhaps been opened before in the past, but you can actually see, I don't think it has, because you can see these rubber bands are just so old that they're like broken, dried up, and stuck to the pieces. So that's actually kind of cool. This is a neat function. It's like a punching robot arm. I like that. That's pretty cool. And this is like the Technic ball joint that I believe would be compatible with contemporary Technic pin ball joint kind of things. We'll see. But I'm gonna keep working on getting Nick out of here. So there's like, look, that rubber band just broke. So this rubber band has never been removed, but because it's so old, it's just like old and brittle, and it's gonna, man, all of the pains of pulling things out of blister packs. You know how challenging it can sometimes be to get this type of product open. It's like the 18 years of sitting around in dry places has turned this thing into like, it's just perfectly easy to just sort of like pull it all out. So I can click his arm into his like upper sort of sleeve there. I don't know how much work it's gonna, oh, there we go. That piece came off. This one is pretty clean. We'll get all this old dry rubber off of there from the rubber band. And then his body should come right out. Yep. Again, it used to be in there with these rubber bands, but they are just totally shot. No more life left in the rubber bands. Makes it very easy to take this guy out of the package. Okay, one of the things I think is really cool about these guys is they're a very interesting scale. They are smaller than, you know, like Construction, the Star Wars buildable figures, the Hero Factory type stuff. I think they're just, you know, they stand just a bit smaller than that. But they're, you know, they're way bigger than like Technic figures and other things like that. He's got sort of a thing that he can put on here. This can go over his head and like around his chest. And like a backpack and sort of like some sort of chest module here. And then, let's see, we'll put his arms on. His arms are completely identical, so it doesn't really matter which one you put on which side. And one of the reasons I want to take these characters out of the package now is I think they might be a scale that looks fairly cool with the new Technic Lamborghini. And so I'm going to try to take them out to a cool spot. They might actually be too big. You know, now that I'm pulling them out of here, pulling them out of the box for the first time in 18 years. And Had a thought that I would take them and set them up for photographs with the Lamborghini, but I actually think they're going to be too big. In my review of the Lamborghini, I talked about these old Mego figures, and I think these Mego figures are like 1/9 or 1/7. I think these are 1/9 scale roughly. The Lamborghini says on the box that it's 1/8, so maybe I could kind of like just pretend and do some little forced perspective type stuff with the Lamborghini. We'll see. This is not Lego. This is. So anyway, that's what I think is cool about it. Again, if I want to give this guy a robot arm, I can just pull one of his arms off, put that on there, and it's got a neat little, you know, this kind of cool function. Totally reminds me of like Batman figures from the 90s, or like a lot of like McDonald's toy functions where you just kind of shove it in and it goes, you know, that's cool. Cool stuff. Okay. Moving on to Allegra. Allegra is next. Come on over, Allegra. And here she comes. Whew! And she's probably going to be about as easy to open as Nick was. Allegra's package has a little bit more of its original integrity to it. She's not going to be quite as easy to open as Nick, but not terribly difficult. And it looks like her rubber bands are in just as terrible condition as Nick's are. That does not matter. It's not part of the product. It's just part of the packaging. Oh, here's a cool thing. This is like the instruction booklet. I didn't take Nick's out because I didn't realize it was in there. But these are pretty neat. Oh, look, it's like a poster. It's like a Galidor poster. Oh my gosh, you Galidor nerds out there. I'm one of you, suddenly. And this poster is amazing. I want to like frame it. This would be really rad. Okay. I'm sure some of you are watching going like, what do you care? I get that comment a lot. Like, I nerd out about things. I get really serious about things that just don't matter in the grand scheme of things. And people are like, who cares? Like, why do you care? Like, why do you care which Buzz Lightyear action figure has, you know, holes in the back or not? And I'm like, it doesn't, you know, no, you're right. It's not of any consequence, but it's fun to talk about. And, so like, no, I'm not gonna like spend time, you know, wasting energy like being super concerned about Galidor stuff. But am I gonna have fun with it? Yes, I'm gonna have fun with it, and nobody is gonna stop me from doing that. So just enjoy the things you enjoy. That's what I say. This is interesting. Her elbows are like fixed on with this like rubber piece, so she doesn't have articulating elbows the way. Well, hold on a second. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let me pull this arm out. Oh, she's got one arm that's stuck with sort of like less, you know, it's a less of a, what is that, an obtuse angle, and her other arm is sort of stuck at an acute angle, and her elbows are just there. That's what you get with Allegra. So with Nick, we've got fully articulating elbows. They go all over the place. I think I might be able to get these guys into the Lamborghini if I just like take their legs off and set them in there, and you won't know that the legs are gone in the photograph. But it could look cool. All right, there's Allegra. They're just so many people hate these Galidor, and I think they're wonderful. I just love them. They're just like, and I think the reason I love them is because they're just so strange in kind of like the, you know, the history of the Lego product catalog. They're just so unlike anything else, and I think they're really cool. So, you know, tell me what you think. This is a weird little thing. We get like this creature with Allegra that's sort of like half robotic, half like alien creature, but it could also just be like a machine that punches up. That's funny, right? Like, or like twist to the side. Can it go like this? It's just could like, this could like just punch people in the shins, like burr, 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 and then I think that's funny. Okay, so let me know what you think of the Galidor figures. I'm gonna try to do some creative things with these in the near future, and we'll see what you all think in the comments section. Hey there, Allegra. How are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, Nick. How are you? Oh, you know, I'm good. I've been stuck in that plastic for 18 years. It feels finally good to get out. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hey, thank you all so much for watching Boone Builds. And until next time, go build something amazing.